Is CBD protective against the Ebola virus? How do we change doctors' minds about medical cannabis? What's going on in Washington State? What about Jamaica? How about Old England? All this week on the Cannabis Digest Weekly Review. Hemp in Old England? Absolutely. Ted Smith's video for the week from his textbook is all about the sales, the ropes, and the towns that made them for the expansion of the British Empire. Also points out that the settlers in the United States actually paid taxes in hemp in early days. Very interesting. Check it out. Hempology 101 YouTube channel. So if you subscribe to here, subscribe to that one too for Ted Smith's weekly videos. Judith Stamp's recreational cannabis in Washington State. Judith's giving us very detailed analysis of some of the really complex issues in the United States. And this one, she points out that actually the cannabis, with all the taxes that have been put into it in Washington State, costs $25 to $30 a gram. That's 3 times the level charged by the garden dispensaries and Colorado's shops, and 4 to 5 times the level of the street. So obviously not a lot of people who have connections are going to go to these shops. It's going to be mostly newbies and tourists. So that's certainly that's a very small amount of people, and so you see the limited scope of the regulations in Washington State through Judith's careful analysis. So check it out and see her comics that she does for it as well. Ras Caleb brings us the Rastafari report, and Ras has written this article in particular for the issue 42 of the Cannabis Digest, so you can read it in the newspaper if you've got that, but also it's on our blogs this week. And Ras says that Jamaicans should be allowed to carry up to several pounds of ganja on their person in accordance to their indigenous and cultural rights and traditions. These were once widely practiced in the 20th century, but made unconstitutionally illegal in 1939. And their group, the Ganja Future Growers Association, is helping to expand the knowledge and make reform happen in Jamaica. So thanks to Ras Caleb for that article, and check it out. Georgia Tunes does the cover of the issue 42, and it's amazing. You can check it out. I'm absolutely astounded by the detail of her work, and it's a coloring contest. So if you would like, if you have, you can print this off, or get a newspaper and color the newspaper and send it in to win prizes, seed gift packs, and all kinds of t-shirts, and the Hempology 101 textbook is one of the prizes. So coloring contest for the Cannabis Digest issue 42 by Georgia Tunes. How do we educate doctors about cannabis? Who's the best to do that? Other doctors. And luckily, some doctors are making a step out of the crowd. One of them is Dr. Hepburn, who I outline in this article. Dr. Hepburn has a radio show, Wise Quacks. He's also been featured on the Oprah Winfrey Network, and he's authored some books, and he spoke at our Hempology 101 convention at UVic earlier this year, and gave us some information about why doctors won't sign papers, and also some advice on what we could do to help to persuade our doctor to consider medical cannabis where they may be reluctant. So check out the article with Dr. Hepburn, and that one was written by me. Onwards to the most popular article of the week. Dr. David Allen has written an article about the potential uses of CBD as an antiviral to protect against the Ebola virus. What he says is the Ebola virus attacks the VEGF, vascular endothelial growth factor, that destroys the cells that between the junctions, and causes fluid leakage and bleeding, and it's responsible for the morbidity that was related to this terrible disease and terrible virus. And by inhibiting this VEGF, CBD can help to prevent the hemorrhaging that occurs from this condition. So a very interesting scientific viewpoint, and as protective. Maybe people who use medical cannabis are in a safer place with the Ebola epidemic going around. Very interesting week on the Cannabis Digest. Thanks to all the bloggers, and check out the website obviously at cannabisdigest.ca. My name is Owen Smith, and I'm hoping that this video program helps you to digest all of the information that's constantly coming out of our team of writers. So until next week, and I hope your cannabis digests.